The really important thing was just meeting with someone who was like a brother to me, was like a big brother to me, was a mentor, you know, a role model, taught me everything I knew about the music business, taught me how to be a champion, taught me how to be undeniable, you know, taught me how to aspire for everything that they say you can't do. And he taught me how to work hard. He taught me that it's really not about how talented you are or the probability of what you're trying to do is, it's about how hard you work until the last T is crossed and the last I is dotted. So I owe a lot to that guy, man. I was one of the most lauded, became one of the most lauded musicians in music throughout my incarceration, on the cover of the biggest magazines. I did a multi-million-dollar distribution deal with Island Def Jam. So I was very fortunate, very blessed. So if I couldn't thank him for my fortunes, how could I blame him for my misfortunes? So I can't thank God in one breath and then blame Diddy in another breath. It doesn't work like that. This is a watershed moment, man, because I was one of those kids. And I could have came out, as you said, and continued that cycle. I could have abided by that street code. But I'm breaking that chain. I'm creating a new code, and that code is self-accountability. So that's what allowed me to move away from, you know, any mythological street code. Because the only code I have is honor. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't lie on another man to get myself out of trouble. I didn't, you know, talk about what another man did or didn't do to get myself out of trouble. And that was the most important thing for me. And I was rewarded for that. That's why I survived being incarcerated. So I've been extremely fortunate. Why? Because I didn't sit down and blame anybody. I didn't sit down and force the hate for Diddy or anybody. I sat down and I held myself responsible. I sat down and thought about how I would never make the same mistakes to break my mother's heart. As far as the concert, I apologize to the Belizean people for my lack of discretion in whom I do business with. I apologize that their hopes and their expectations were built up and they were disappointed. Because I'm sure if it was promoted as a Shyne concert, the people was gonna still come out. And it would have been a Shyne concert. But when you tell the people it's gonna be something else, and you don't deliver on that, that's where the problem comes in. But that was not Shyne. This was not a Shyne production. I was a hired artist by someone who pathologically tells the Belizean people they're gonna do something and doesn't do it.
But you put your name on the line. I did an interview with you.
Again, I was a hired hand. So I'm taken for granted because I don't deal with this. In the States, somebody say they're gonna bring special guests, they're gonna bring Barrington Levy. That's what they do. Because my guys in the States are on it. But that was my bad. I apologize for that because I should have known better. I should have had somebody on the ground that knows Belize in and out to make sure everything would be as it is promoted and as was promised. And I'm gonna do a free concert. I'm not promising any special guests, no nothing. Shyne is gonna do a free concert. When Shyne puts out his next album, and by God's grace, I get this visa to go back to the States and to Britain and to Canada, and I can become a formidable force in music, I will do a free concert to make up for that.
You are not on your A game
Was not on my A game.
at the time of saying. So you are on your A game.
I am on my A game, but I need to be on my AAA game.
Explain what you say. An artist, Americans like to use this term. He lost his mojo,
Yeah.
right? Americans like to
Now they
use
say you lost your swagger, Jules. See?
swag.
Come on, Jules. You gotta get your young man game together. See, you might have some young man issues, but I'm there with the people. You gotta get your swagger. You lost your swagger.
Okay. So then, where are you
My
right
swagger's
now?
on 1,000 right now. My swagger's on 1,000 right now. Like the Belizeans say, I know how to trick your Jules. The swagger de pantosa. But I think even in the concert that I did, I was definitely on my A game. I was on my A game. If you go back and look at my performance, because they cursed me everything, the naysayers criticized me everything, but they didn't say, why if he's showing already or no. They never said that. But the bottom line is, you know, I lost my voice. Speak truthfully, I lost my voice. Your vocal cords, this is a muscle, right? So the same way if I sit in this chair for 10 years and I never move, if I get up after 10 years, I'm gonna fall. I won't be able to walk. So for 10 years, I was animalized. Treated like a dog. Sit, stand, shut up, eat, sleep, use the bathroom, take a shower. So, talking, speaking, they send you to the hole for that. Don't feed you for that. Police look for anything to give you a hard time. So I'm a man with brains. So you know what? I said no. Because the police waiting for you to say something, the informants waiting for you to say something so they can go tell the police what you said. So I learned to be quiet and to mind my business. So professionally, that was not good. Because if you listen to the music I put out when I first came out, I lost my voice and I lost my energy. This passion, this conviction that I'm speaking to you with now. You can't find that in my music. The Carter 4, that was a turning point. But I admit the first musics that were released, and nothing was released commercially, nothing was ever put for sale on iTunes. It was just me sharing my experience with my fans. And I think that I like that. I like the intimacy of not being on my A game. And sharing that with the fans. And letting them criticize me. And letting them say, we demand the old Shyne. I like that. But now, I can say with certainty, with absolute certainty, that they're getting the best of Shyne. As a man, I was not and am not a star. So when I was incarcerated, I was 013886. I was a number. Some of the officers that had more respect would call me Levi, but I was a number. And what matters on the streets and in incarceration and really in any jungle is your honor, your integrity, your character. Nobody cares about how much money you got. Nobody cares about how much records you sold or who you know. That's not going to save you from getting jammed. There's no Shyne. I left that in Central Park. I left that in Manhattan. It was the last place that I lived. I left that on the Grammy stage on 106 in Park. When I went to prison, I knew what I was in for. When I came to jail, I grabbed the mop and I grabbed the broom and I said, yo, I'ma sweep and mop, leave my cell open, let me use the phone when I want to use the phone, and don't bother me. Because while everybody was running to him saying, yo, this one is selling drugs over there, this one is doing this, or he snuck this and he smuggled that in, I don't know nothing, I don't see nothing, don't ask me nothing. Only thing that's gonna save you is, yo, he's a man of his word. He's a man of integrity. He's an honorable man. So it wasn't Shyne, you know, the superstar, you know, Shyne, you know, the celebrity. It was Shyne, our brother. Shyne, the general, man. Salute you for holding your head and not going out like a sucker. For me, that's what got me through. Just being a man and having integrity and having honor. That's what got me through, man. That Shyne thing, that wasn't gonna work.
When you say someone got dipped,
Yeah.
he got
Deported. Yeah.
a lot of the mainstream society's criticism against you. Man, you get dipped, you don't want there.
Jules, we just talked about that in the conversation. I banned Belize. So now, when I came to Belize, I could have left the week after I came to Belize, man. Come on, I'm rolling. Money, you can go anywhere. I could have went to Turks and Caicos, I could have went to Dubai, I could have went to Paris. Paris love everybody. I deliberately stayed in Belize to show my people love. From Carousel Street, Jules, that's where I come from. From Brooklyn, New York, in the gutter, in the ghetto, right? I didn't grow up in Long Island, in the Hamptons, or in Westchester. I grew up in Chattertown, Church Avenue, and Flatbush. The security guard didn't want to come to school. The teacher had the police in the classroom. It hurt me that I can't do more for my Belizean brother and sister. It hurt me sincerely, man. It really hurt me, it really devastated me. I think something may happen in my naive state of mind, and I am able to bust out hard and able to pick the brother and sister them up and bring man here and do big thing. But I dey fight, Jules. I dey fight, so when I be optimistic, the Belizean people want to pray for me. One of their son will never turn his back on Belize, and we hope we get a visa to go to the United States of America so we can take these things along with Niche, along with the film commissioner, and we can go and we can present Belize and Belize best. But I deserve a chance. I had to beg for a chance.